12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending? But a call to arms. What is hate but jilted love? What is life?
Death.
But death pending.
Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment. A righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Mary! Oh, no! Mary! Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh, God. Oh, no. Mary! Mary! Please, a moment, let me explain. These patrols are after me.
Stupid beast!
No, no, don't shoot. This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here. This can't be happening.
There's one of those vermin.
No, please, stop. I mean you no harm. What's going on? Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Shit, where'd it go?
Now,
Kill the thing!
who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice. Who are you?
Stupid beast!
Sorry.
Crush the leech, boys!
No, please, stop. Who are you?
Murdering bastard!
What do you want? I mean you no harm. I need help.
Die, you fucking leech!
Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this.
Shut up, beast!
Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's name?
I'll do the rest of the job.
Just leave me. The sun feels like it's burning me to the bone.
I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech!
I need to find somewhere to hide.
Shut up, beast! Who are you?
Let me go!
What in God's name? Do the rest of the job. Just leave me!
I need to find shelter. Is anybody there? What is this place? Place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here. I need to find shelter. Is anybody there?
Brother, what have you done?
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
What have you done?
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us.
Wait, this one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Go watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve. That's impossible.
Whoever did this to us.
Wait, this one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this?
12 dreams for the Red Queen that sleeps under crown of stone. That she might linger any longer. Her eyes as white as snow.
Who goes there?
The prayer of the sun like a warning song. A child born from darkness must accept of his power.
Who's there? That's impossible. Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing. Who goes there? Who's there? That's impossible. Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so...
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him. I have so much left.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing. No, it never got easy.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
This makes no sense. None of it. Done. No sense at all.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot. It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it. Rational thinking only.
The enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. That's it. This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
City, as mad as the moon, contains blinding sunlight into a glowing reflection.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. So be it. This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real. That voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Where is it? It's closed.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Here's the leech. Here!
Oh, fuck you! Shoot it!
My head's spinning.
Oi! Come out, you coward!
It's locked.
Clever fucking beasts!
I'm still in Southwark.
Over there!
I must reach the mad. Then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Die, vermin!
These people want me dead. A strength I never knew I had. Every fiber of my being is afire. My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore. My poor sister. If only I had control of my need for blood.
The strength I never
Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us. The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it. What will London have to say to me? I have so many questions unanswered. Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum? My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore. The man has been drained of all blood. But I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant. Mary. Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. Where has everyone gone? Dizziness from the jump. According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail. What will London have to say to me? So many questions unanswered. Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum? The man has been drained of all blood. Still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant. Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. Where has everyone gone? At last, a little life. That's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail. Whoever he may be, the killer recently entered this bar.
Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom, then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
Damn it. I think drink no longer stirs me.
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
At last, a little light. Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Whoever he may be, Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here.
Is there any way I can help?
We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
You prefer to speak with Tom then? He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle.
Didn't mean to scare
The
you.
last ray of light in this dangerous part of
Just got
town.
other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah,
So you're
of course.
open
I mean,
all night?
Yep.
I better
Figured
check on
people
them.
might need a place to rest in these dark times.
I'll leave then. Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well dressed, quite polite. Professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle.
This is no place for you.
The last
Freeway has several patrols roaming the area,
They do not pursue me.
but they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
Open all
I
night.
have a common objective, but I require...
Figured people might need a place to
I think someone
rest
is
in these dark
eavesdropping.
times.
Are you certain?
Aren't
You
you?
might as well come in, whoever you are.
All the bad shit happens out on the foggy street. And I
Slowly, vampire! Who are you? I mean you no harm, saith the vampire. Present yourself! I need a word. With anyone.
paid for the entire week.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Like a gentleman, I guess. Well dressed, quite polite. Professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
And who might you be?
Upstairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes.
no funny business.
Tell me,
You hear me?
who are you?
Respectable establishment.
First, tell me what you want. Then I may tell you.
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may, if you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We are both chasing the same shadow.
A shadow, indeed. Yet I heard his voice in my head.
And who...
There was a moment I believed I was mad.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No, tell me. I will find the monster. He is mine.
First, tell me what... How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer? Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking...
I'll end him.
So please. Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
Are they stupid or something?
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight.
I may.
Someone must know something.
Why you opened this door?
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from the... I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me? To this city?
We are both chasing the same shadow.
A shadow, indeed. Then I heard his voice in my head. There was a moment I believed I was mad.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster.
Something
He is mine.
How will you do any better than I?
Good evening, sir.
Let me ask you this.
I want...
Wow, you look like you need a...
Yes. I have...
Been there, seen...
I'll end him. Has anybody entered the bar recently? This is important, sir. Are you sure no...
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People...
What's going on?
You must be new here.
Who is this Seward?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for...
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
I'll leave you to your bottle, then. If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must
Damn it.
something.
I think Trina understands me.
It's locked to the bottom of this intrigue.
I think I'm
What's
losing
been
my mind.
done to me? To this city?
There's gotta be something can be done to get out.
I hope I live long enough to see them. Evening, sir.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea.
The truth.
I suspect that someone else was here tonight.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay?
I can feel your fear, madam. Please...
It's Will. William Bishop.
Good evening.
He came in here earlier tonight and he...
Wow, you look like you...
Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
I have
Been there, seen...
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really.
And I don't care.
He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see.
People will always believe in...
Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
I'll leave you to your bottle then. It's locked.
You best talk to Tom.
Welcome back.
I can't.
Hey, I told you, you were the only other...
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the canning factory before he lost that job. Nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing. After Will lost his job, he offered him one here. They used to be good mates. Recently, Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. The body is still warm. Thank you for your candor. This man has just been drained of blood. What's this? Some sort of note. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. This man was armed. He tried blood and empty gin bottles. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
You best talk to Tom.
Welcome back.
I can't.
Hey, I told you, you were the only other...
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Over there!
Try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. He's strong. Now he's dead. Thank you. If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act.
I cannot enter.
But I've only been part of the guard 3 weeks to the day. All the more reason to show
It's locked, all right. The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. What's this? Some sort of note. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. This man was armed. He tried blood and empty gin bottles. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them! Oh my!
Over there!
It's locked, all right.
There's nothing here. Let's head back to a warm fire.
Shut that foolish mouth of yours. I claim to be wrong about anything.
Right.
It ain't human! Kill it!
That's this then.
Stupid beast!
You'll pay for that! It's the leech! Bloody leech! Nothing here. Let's head back to a warm fire.
Shut that foolish mouth of yours. Claim to be wrong about anything. It ain't human! Kill it!
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Bloody leech!
I need a drink. I'm so thirsty.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
I had a drink outside tonight.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
The Lord is my shepherd. William, please, stop.
This place reeks of bloodshed. This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Let me go. William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by skull?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me. This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood. Mr. Hampton, are you in there? Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim.
I should have realized.
Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Join us at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming. Take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice. Yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
It's my turn! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book. The beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Rotten all receive. Each heart contains the sweat of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Insult me again and I'll put an end to your misery right now.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King Country. He joined us here at Pembroke. We are very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent. One so experienced in blood transfusions.
Is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Catch up after my round. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
In the back, you bastard! Didn't have the guts to fight me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains life. Drink at this river, try it to taste a life, to embrace its most intimate secrets.
Oh, come on, you
Such a burden, such a divine sin.
Please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
And what of my own life?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and... Who are you really, Miss Howcroft. I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's mind, you see?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I would like to ask a few questions first. What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from me. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's locked.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
Please come back
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Thank you,
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
And what of my own life?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my
What are
own.
you begging for, mortal?
At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Tonight, maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's mind, you see?
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I would like to ask a few questions.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now. The flower's dying. It needs water. The flower's dying. It needs water. This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin. You keep calling me. stay here until my research is complete. I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood? Continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now. The flower's dying. It needs water.
I don't have all night.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
I'm not one to make wait, Doctor. I've patients to attend. Hurry now, Doctor. It's freezing here.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows.
I'm not one to make wait, Doctor. I've patients to attend.
Be sleeping in a coffin. Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Nurse, this room is off limits, and I'd prefer to keep it that way. Make sure the rest of the staff are so informed.
Of course, Doctor. And what about the antiseptics? Or do I inform the staff that you're too busy?
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages. I'd better learn to hide.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way, then. Thank you, nurse. Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
Yes, what do you mean? How can I help? You used to be a doctor.
I'm so
Was your
sorry.
license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead.
Antiseptics is nearly depleted.
But I used to be a real
There
doctor.
was another box up here, but
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really.
Nurse,
But I'm sure they can be useful.
And I prefer to keep it that way. Make sure the rest of the staff are so informed.
of course, Doctor. And what about the antiseptics? Or do I inform the staff that you're too busy?
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem. We had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemicals can be used in speech instead. Now, where
Tomorrow, more bodies will arrive and then...
The storeroom. Fat John. This is the
Good
Pembroke.
evening, Dr.
And
Reed.
space is luxury we don't have.
Goodbye, Mr.
Everything
Chidana.
used to be stored in the old...
More bodies.
Perhaps I should head there first. Where is this train?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. Small morgue at the end of a narrow street.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
Speak English, do ya?
What do you mean? I used to be a doctor. With your license.
This is despicable. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just...
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Ah!
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody. I cannot enter. Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. This key will surely grant me access to the basement. It's locked, all right. Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful. These scowls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood. It's locked, all right. Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this. It's locked, all right. Ineffective, but they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful. These scowls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting. Connor's injuries don't match the report. Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage. sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage. I cannot enter.
Now, please come back later.
It's locked, all right. I cannot enter. Good evening, sir.
Unless you're here to fix my face.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position...
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my...
Goodbye for now. It's locked, all right. Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, so
what do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and...
You remained perfectly nice and polite.
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
My sweet girl. Reads me like a book.
This hospital seems to be falling apart. But in the circumstances, I'm willing to pretend.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you.
I cannot...
This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
It's locked, all right.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
I cannot enter. There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
Good evening, sir.
Unless you're here to fix my face.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position.
You guessed right, Doctor. German shelter.
I'm not some doe-eyed student, Edgar. I understand we both have something to gain from this relationship.
Good evening, Mr.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor.
Discretion is in order,
Find
Jonathan.
anything of value?
Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
Why, the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit.
When you finished, you ought to...
Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
But the suffering continues.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating.